step one is that research piece. So how can we create content that your audience wants? So there's that strategy I mentioned with Google where you take a topic or a search, you enter it in, and then you go down to the people also ask section and you get the questions and you make a list of questions for the conversation that's going to happen in step number two. There's also a tool we use called vidIQ, and that'll give you hundreds of questions that your target clients or customers or audience are searching on platforms like YouTube. And it'll tell you how many searches there are, what the competition is like for that particular piece of content. So you get all this extra data. So what we'll do then is we'll take 8 questions a month from that list. Then we'll do 4 personalized questions. So that shares a little bit about the human side of the business or the person, some of the brand stories, and maybe some things that they've done with clients. So we're not just doing one style of content the whole time. Then we'll show up to an interview just like we're doing right now, and they'll be on their smartphone. So it's in the right dimensions for the short form content. And we'll just start asking the questions. So we'll hit record and start off with question number one, and they'll go through and answer those 12 questions. So that's step number two, which we call record. Then that part of the process is done. So that's effectively the 60 to 90 minutes a month that we're talking about. Then's the repurposing phase. So ideally, you can get an editor or you've got access to an editor and they can cut the clips that you're looking for each of those questions. And that's how you get your video content. Or if you don't have that resource and you just don't have the budget, you have got Opus Clip, you have got Get Munch. They can give you a version of videos from that interview. Then we go to the tool rev.com. We take that interview, get it transcribed into the text, in the exact same process. We find a human content writer that can repurpose it into the post that we want. Or you could prompt engineer your way there with ChatGPT by giving it really clear instructions, really good examples, so it knows exactly what you're looking for. And if you've got editors doing the repurposing of the videos and the text, then all you've had to do is show up once a month, have a friendly chat in a conversational style with someone, and you've got all your content ready to go for the next 30 days.
Cool, that's amazing. It's good to have some kind of system that's simple and easy to apply as easy as possible, because we do not want to complicate things, because always people looking at this video is not performing, this video is performing. We want to have a video that's performing well. Well, it comes sometimes with consistency, I would say, right? So you have to pile up things with time and content, and the more you publish out there, the better, I guess. So that's very important. So now you personally are in your own business. What do you think are the best tools, resources, or books that you would generally recommend to people who are entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs, business owners that are either starting out or are in their journey to get bigger and better?
There's so many. Where do you start? I'm reading one right now. It's called Buy Back Your Time. And that covers each stage of the entrepreneurial journey. So even if you're in startup mode, how do you start buying back your time so you can repurpose it into what's going to grow the business faster? So where your time's most valuable, that mindset's really, really important, because one of the hardest things for business owners to do is to get out of operations where they're not in the business all the time. They're doing all the work. They're the bottleneck. Everyone's coming to them with all the problems. They're solving everything. So to have an actual business that can scale and run, you need to be able to buy back your time and put it back into the areas that move the needle. So that's a really, really good one. There's a book, it's called The Chimp Paradox. This is more on the mindset and the mental side of life and business. And that's been revolutionary for me this year. That was a game changer. And that just really helped me when I was going through challenges, or I was being self-deprecating, or I was feeling low, which happens a bit in business because it is a very bipolar experience. And that just changed my inner dialogue and the way that I talk to myself when things aren't going to plan and when you feel like things are falling apart. So that one really helped with the mental side of business. So they're probably the two that come straight to mind that I think are worth checking out.